Hello, hello. How is everybody? All right, age 18. And guess what? I've played through 18 round cycles of this game before I ever realized that you could actually click on these people to see things about them. She's dating Vance.
It tells you that stuff. Also,
Yeah.
you didn't realize that's hilarious.
No, I knew that. I knew that she was. I didn't realize it told me that.
Well, I mean, think about it this way,
Wait,
like,
she's a year younger than me?
huh?
So yeah, Cal's apparently a year older.
Good to know.
Heaton cold. He told us about that. Granted, it's got question marks because there's
Oh,
certain things
yeah.
that they haven't told us.
I imagine it's like, yeah, like as you get higher up on the friendship meter, it probably tells you more about them.
Medicinal roots. I have a ton of those I could be giving to Tangent. We also have 6 hearts with Tangent, so I guess I'm going to go out with Tangent. She does have a fabulous design. I absolutely love it. Also has gifts and birthdays. Technically, you're not 18 yet. You're mid-quiet, I think. Oh, yeah. I'll turn like 18. Yeah, mid-quiet. I think that's right. I think it's technically the next month.
I find it funny that Tangent is right in the middle of rebellion and loyalty. She does not give a shit. She just wants to do science, man.
Okay, so Tangent's 17. What about this? Are they supposed to be twins? Are they born at
They
the same
could
time?
be, maybe.
I like how high my relationship is with Dis, and I know nothing about him.
My goodness.
I'm a bad friend.
Your best friend. What do you know about him? Uh.
Oh, we know Mars' birthday. Early wet.
Oh, part of it might also be when it like actually shows up, like if you give them a gift during their birthday
That's
kind
true.
of thing.
Rex likes mushwood. Right, I think I gave him a mushwood log, and it made a joke about a dog liking a stick.
He's like, "What? You think because a dog I like a stick?" Well, you're right.
Well, you're right. So Cal is the oldest. I actually wasn't expecting Cal to be the oldest one, by the looks of it. Nomi is the youngest, 16. 18. Dad is 49. Oh my god. So many of these make me sad. 33. Rose to the ranks after the Helios Bridge crew was killed. Yeah, I'm sure. Was killed. Alright. So yes, very interesting information to get to see. I probably should have known it was there way sooner. Oh,
It's fine.
cute little nougat. Current! You don't have an age. I suppose I should suspect that. I should expect that one.
It's an AI. They are ageless.
Is Nomi the only one that goes by they, though? Now I'm just curious. I'm just checking things. This is the first part of the stream, guys. We're just gonna be checking out things that I know about people. Yeah, I think Nomi is the only they, them. Starved to death when you were 14. That makes me so sad. I'm just sad. I lost a lot of people at 14, didn't I?
Oh yeah, there. I mean, that was when shit hit the fan.
No! 14! What a bad year.
14 was a bad year.
That was at 11. 10. This game just likes to punch you in the gut. A lot.
Sometimes.
Okay. Oh! Seek uses they, them. Little spoiler, they are twins, yes. Birthdays give 2 times the gift relationship. Cool. Yeah, I probably should have spent more time on that, but I think during this whole game, I've just been kind of playing with things and getting to know all of the characters in general. I also haven't been giving out a lot of gifts because I didn't really want to hurt relationships, which it might not even do that. Technically, she likes that. There you go. That's two. This is interesting, Izaltank says, the roots and taking the roots and turning them over in her hands. Her lip curls in distaste at the dirt that still clings to them. No, really, she protests when she sees the look on your face. I'm going to analyze these roots to see if they have any useful properties. They might be medicinal. She turns away. She turns to walk away and then remembers herself. Thank you, she adds, after almost as an afterthought. That's fine. Honestly, she cured the whole pollen thing that was doing some damage.
She technically saved your dad,
Yeah,
yes.
she technically
So.
saved our dad.
Oh, also, funny enough, like, you got her to say thanks when she's not the most people person, imaginable, so, like, you got her to say thanks. That's an achievement as far as I'm concerned.
I don't think
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
I don't think it's really a vote. It says brother there, right? FYI. Previous paying message. Shocked your dad survived. I lost him and mom both your first run. Oh my god. Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
No. No, I knew they were siblings. I thought they were like a year apart or something. I thought Tangent was older than Dis. So I already knew they were siblings. I just didn't know they were twins. Dad. I'm always happy to see Dad. We get to have all of the wonderful little pet names because Dad is still around. Makes me happy. Dad is still sitting on the fence overlooking the animal paddock, chewing on a piece of grass. Oh, hey, Sugar Bean. Yes. More nicknames, he says, patting the fence next to him. Come take a look at the wild, dangerous aliens. You watch the float cows bobble along peacefully. Every so often, one of them releases a jet of liquid and lifts up into the air. Your dad laughs every time. Gross, he says. But I guess not much more weird than what we used to drink when we used to drink milk from cows and goats. Apparently today is going to be one of those days where I stumble over my words constantly. I have good days and bad days.
It's all good.
Some days I can run through the read everything without any problems, and then there's days where I just can't. Oh hey,
It's all good.
what are you working on? Sure, let's talk to Cal. 8. Heck yeah. Radioactive plant. All right. Cal's looking a little sickly. Well, I found this really pretty flower growing in the garden. I've never seen it before. You take a look at it and soon begin to feel sick yourself. Wait, is this plant radioactive?
Cal, what the hell?
Hey, that got me the 1 point of biology I needed. Heck yeah!
Perfect.
What? It's radioactive, Cal says, backing up quickly. Good thing you knew that. What do we do? You're not sure, but if you study it in the geoponics lab, you might be able to figure out how to neutralize the radiation. Well, I guess that gives us our next thing we're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, you can study it in the geoponics lab.
Enhance
apparently.
your DNA and engineering. I'm sorry, what?
Enhancements, of course.
I'm sorry, what?
Don't worry. This is now, oh God, what's what I'm thinking of?
Okay, I think
Well, it's
I'm
DNA
okay.
enhancements,
Like
so
it's
gene splicing.
That's why I wanted you to max it? Okay. What is this? I gotta go look. This one over here is engineering, right? The one Tangent's always near?
Yeah, it's the one Tangent's always near, because Tangent is never far from her lab.
Tinker with your DNA. All of the people in the colony, you understand. Wait, of all the people in the colony, you understand genetics the best. I'm surprised we beat Tangent in that.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Besides Dr.
No wonder Tangent talks to you.
She trusts you to attend to the gene tech machine. With access to a machine like this, you could give yourself a new genetic enhancement. Sure, you probably shouldn't mess with your genome too much in Vivo. In Vivo? I feel like that's
It probably means, yeah, let me check.
But one little change couldn't hurt. Of course I want to. No one enhancement is enough. I need more time to think about this. Of course I want to! You decide to install the enhancement. Extra fingers, absorbent brain, super strength, calm temperament.
Okay, so that's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Effectively, in Latin or Italian, either one, it more or less means alive or in the living. So it's effectively like most of these enhancement things were probably done while you were being grown/born, sort of thing, like while you were still not actually a
PhD.
person yet.
A lot of these people, a lot of the kids we grew up with had theirs since childhood, so.
Yeah, exactly. So this is like tampering with your genes after the fact.
I will admit, I would love to have tangents where she doesn't need as much sleep. I would take that in a heartbeat.
Oh, duh, absolutely. But in this instance, I imagine, I wonder. So calm temperament probably would help with empathy and persuasion. Extra fingers probably helps with creativity and something else. Absorbent brain is probably good for your terrible stats.
I feel like you're telling me to do one in particular.
Well, I know you shouldn't choose super strength because you already
That's
have
very
your
true.
red really,
I wasn't
really
planning
good.
on choosing super strength because we're not
But
hurting
all
in the
of
red.
yeah, all three of the other ones are still good.
Absorbent
Oh,
brain.
you can mouse over the cards to see what the choices are?
Ah! Cool. +1 on the other skills to challenge. Oh, are these style? I don't know that I like the idea of having an extra finger. It just doesn't
Yeah, that's fair.
uncomfortable. Okay, so there.
Yeah, these are like eagle eyes. Okay.
I think I already have super strength. No, I don't. I have something similar to it.
Yeah, gosh, that's ridiculous.
Oh, that is kind of ridiculous.
Oh, a -5 stress card. Holy shit.
It's not.
Damn,
It's not like fantastic. But you can you upgrade these? Are these upgradable?
No, these are already upgraded. That's called Management 2.
Okay.
So it's like these are already the upgraded versions, it looks like. But like the calm temperament, extra fingers, or absorbent brain are all absolutely good. Because absorbent brain, you get your blue stats up faster.
Yeah, that one's like eagle eye, right? Every time I use it, it just
Yeah.
makes a bump to all my stats. Is it just to all my stats
Yeah.
or just that check?
+1 skill on brain challenge win. It might be whatever relevant one that you're getting from that, but it might be all of them. I'm not sure. I didn't really pay much attention when Eagle Eyes was boosting the hell out of you.
I think it's on the relevant ones if I remember how the eagle eye works. But that's still good. I'm kind of leaning towards absorbent brain because my stats in that category are very sad. Except for biology. Biology is all powerful, which is the whole reason we have this. Yeah, let's go absorbent brain. Even though that is kind of insane. Kids learn fast because their brains are like sponges. But when people get older, they can't absorb as much new stuff. Not for you anymore. You're always learning and your curiosity knows no end. I would take that as one too.
Absorbent Brian.
It's a tricky process, much more complicated. Yeah, aren't you basically performing brain surgery on yourself?
It's just like, yeah, you have access to this machine, and you proceed to immediately do brain surgery. I can imagine the look on what's-her-face's face, and it's just like, well, okay then.
That's so funny. It's a tricky process, much more complicated than modifying malleable stem cells of an embryo. You wouldn't risk doing it again, but this time it works out. Dr. Instance knows what you've done, but you take her silence as tacit approval of your risky experiment.
I was gonna say, yeah, Tangent would absolutely just be standing there watching the process, being all like, yes, fascinating, good job.
Been enlightened by mastering a skill. All mental. Oh god, we gotta work on the mental skills. We get such a bonus
my god,
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, especially with the calm thing going on. Let's go.
Tangent would totally be down. She's probably mad I'm not letting her watch. It'd be too distracting. Having tangents.
Oh my gosh, my crush is watching me do brain surgery. Ugh.
Okay, reasoning? Good help with reasoning?
Yeah, reasoning, organizing, and engineering are all three of the ones you definitely need work on, so.
I do not need biology anymore.
Yeah,
Where
so it looks
can
like
I do
studying, engineering, and tutoring. Organizing, if I remember right, was over on where Mars usually was,
Yeah.
the other place.
Let's go look. I mostly just want to get that one up, just maybe to that first little
At
threshold.
least, yeah, to the first point. Especially if you can get empathy along the way, because empathy is so close.
Is this game got like a new game plus mode? Probably not, but my OCD self is just like, I want them all to be maxed. I want to be all powerful.
Unlimited power! Okay, so either deliver supplies or work in the depot. Organizing and persuasion, both good.
I guess that's probably a good one.
Yeah, because the organizing and perception one is like, kind of a waste on that perception side. I'm sorry, Rex.
Sorry, Rex. I'll bring you a stick later. Zeke rolls her eyes when they see you report to the depot for your first day as a clerk. Oh, it's you. They did. I'm assuming they did, Pan. Well, at least you might learn something useful while you're here. The depot is where precious nanoprinter, the precious nanoprinter lives. Zeke lords over it like a tyrant, and they don't like children. They load the depot module on your holopalm and walk you through the process. People submit requisitions for the nanoprinter through this portal. They explain. It's your job to program the correct routine into the nanoprinter and fulfill their order. Then, you mark it as available for delivery or pickup, depending on if we have a delivery person available. Zeke grumbles. We almost never do. Ah, yes, that's because I chose this job over delivering.
Catch up on some sleep. Oh my gosh. You could absolutely be a lazy fuck here, but
With that perfunctory explanation, I've never heard that. This game loves using all these different words. It's very amusing. Zeke leaves you to figure out what to do on your own. It's okay for the first hour or so, because no one puts in a requisition at all. It's pretty early. Maybe everyone's still asleep. Catch up on some homework, clean and organize the depot. Yes! Give me organizing! Super strength is terrible. Sort of, but it doesn't carry over skills. Really? Huh. Interesting.
oh, I think I get it. It probably has some manner of New Game Plus where you get to carry over probably certain cards or something like that, which being able to carry certain ones over would definitely help in making it much, much easier and faster to get like certain things maxed out.
Yeah. I mean, it's still cool. I like the fact that, I don't know.
Oh,
It's...
better selection of cards? Yeah, absolutely then.
Oh, okay. So when you say it doesn't bring over skills, are you talking about like the notches that we get? Or
Yeah, it probably resets everything down to 0, but you get better cards to start with. And oh, remember events from past lives? Really?
oh, okay. Oh, that's an interesting aspect. Okay, this is just making me excited to play through the game again.
Get through the first run first.
There isn't a lot to organize, as you don't store a lot of stuff here except for things that people need all the time, like toothpaste. But you find a bucket and start to mop the floors in the old-fashioned way, because there's nothing wrong with taking pride in your work. You're jerked back to reality by a haptic pulse of your holopalm. Your first order, you excitedly open your holopalm and read it. Elbow grease, 1 gallon, it reads. From Cal, Geoponics, delivery ASAP. I'm sorry, what, Cal? You're getting judged super hard, bud.
I mean, you can do very funny, Cal.
Very funny, Cal. You dismissed the phony requisition. Oh, I shouldn't have actually dismissed it, probably. Or are they just all having too much fun? Who knows? You dismissed the phony requisition. Haha, Cal's got jokes. Another one pops up on your holo screen. Flashlight fluid, 2 gallons, anemone. Sports ball delivery, ASAP. That's funny. Really, Nam? Another bogus requisition? Are your friends trying to prank you? You barely dismissed the second one before a third one comes in. ID 10 T gas, flammable, 2 cubic meters, pressurized, tangent, engineering, delivery, ASAP, caution. Tay, this isn't a prank. Not if it's Tang. It's not gonna be a prank if it's Tang.
But it does give you the reasoning past there,
I
so
know.
it might be.
Fine. We'll keep seeing where it goes. Prank? Yeah, thank you, game. Thank you. Tang's not really the pranking type, but you stop yourself from looking up ID 10 T gas. You dismiss the requisition and message your friends to knock it off. Finally, you get a real requisition and get down to work. It's easier than you thought. You just finished up when Mars strolls in.
Oh, ID 10.
I see! Okay, that's
Damn
a good
it,
one.
Tangent.
Yeah, that's a good one from Tangent. She hops up onto the depot counter and primely crosses her legs. I'm so totally relieved to have you as my assistant here, Solana. Finally, someone to haul boxes and fetch things so I can focus on the important work. We need to be an organizer of at least 20 to tell Mars otherwise. Maybe we could share responsibility. Sounds good to me. 2 kudos. I don't care which of you is in charge, Seek interrupts, as long as you get the work done. Seek pauses. Wait, did you wash the floors? They say, looking impressed. Well, that does deserve a reward. Here you go. They swipe their holopalm and you feel yours pulse as a couple of kudos are deposited into your account. Mars can hardly wait until Seek is gone to giggle. Either way, I'm glad you're here. This job is usually so boring.
She's just glad to have someone to chat with.
I love how all the red ones pop up like, yes, we know what stats you pushed for.
Or like, hey, heard you were moving boxes. That's very physical work, you know.
I could probably try and finagle this, but let's just throw some stuff together real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just remember that your pet gives you a bajillion extra points for straights.
For straights, huh?
Yeah, like, wow, you legit have nothing that could make a straight. That sucks.
Yeah, it's just kind of.
What if you put the 3 3s? Or, yeah, if you don't include that one, that gives you a straight. Huh.
Oh, wait, this one can set neighbors to its value.
Oh. But it's a 3.
So you can do that.
Oh, yeah, well, damn, that works too.
It's just I can't, like. The goal is to hit 38 because we get extra kudos if we hit the goal. Use
Are
items.
You over because
but
of
I
that?
have so few items.
Oh my gosh.
How could you expect me to use them? Okay, I'll use items. Let me get to a good point where I can figure that out.
I was gonna say, if you wanted to, there's one that lets you. Does it like let you reshuffle, or does it just let you draw cards?
It lets me. That's draw a card, but it's also my only one, so I don't want to use it here. This one lets me redraw the entire hand.
Yeah, because I was like, if you wanted to, you could try and fish for the blue one that gives you the bonus.
Hey!
Didn't want to fill up though.
Dang, they make my life harder when they do this stuff. Yeah!
Oh,
I did it!
nice. Perfect.
That's right, give me those kudos I worked so hard for that I definitely haven't used.
Ooh, 5 points in organizing. Nice.
Yeah, that was a good bump. You roll out of bed at noon because you're allowed to. Because it's your birthday. But also because you're exhausted. You barely slept at all last night. You've been having these nightmares since. Oh no! Since the siege.
Da-da.
More and more every night. Like they're trying to tell you something urgent. They probably are. And I'm missing it. You can't make any sense of it. All the imagery is jumbled together. All these possibilities and timelines and things that might happen. Some nights you wake up in a cold sweat and scream already in your throat. You sit on the edge of your bed, run a hand through your hair, and check your hollow palm. Few people wish you happy birthday, but that's all. You guess you're getting older. Birthdays aren't as important as they used to be. Right, and Mars wants to meet you for lunch in the lounge today. You have to practice your smile. No! Don't say that! As you enter the lounge.
Oof.
There they are! Yay! Surprise! You do your very best to play along and act surprised. Woo! Streamers, balloons, great. Oh, were you expecting it? Yeah! But they're all such good people. It's nice of them. All of your friends are standing around wearing goofy hats and clapping. Nomi is holding a bunch of balloons larger than they are. And Rex is wearing a cute little waiter's outfit with a bow tie. That's hilarious. You accept their hugs and birthday wishes, trying to hide your exhaustion and demurring with a few pointed all this for me. You shouldn't have. No, really.
Oh, acting demure, I see.
Rex wanders around with a tray full of little snacks, offering them to everyone with a vampy accent and a silly, air-headed giggle. The goofball act chips away at that natural awkwardness of a surprise party. That is, the first 5 minutes after everyone shouts surprise, and soon everyone is laughing and enjoying themselves. Despite your exhaustion, you start to smile too. Your friends are so amazing, and they're all here because they care about you. Hey there, right. It's all cute. Oh, there's these two. And then you get some unexpected guests. The lounge begins to fill with Helio kids. Mostly the ones you don't know. The ones who usually keep to themselves and, well, don't much like you, original stratospheric kids. Vase and Nem are with them, his arm draped over her shoulders. Nem gives you a little wave of acknowledgement for your birthday. What's earned a weird look from Vase? Dude, she's childhood friend. Back off. Hey, who invited you guys? Cal said, stepping forward with his hands clenched. This is a private party. It's a public lounge, Vase replies. We can sit wherever we want. Cal
I mean, he's not technically wrong.
He's not. Cal stomps right into the midst of the Helios. You guys think just because you fell out of the sky, you're the wormhole's gift to Vertumina, he spits out. We don't need you. We never needed you. All you do is make things worse, like this party. You've rarely seen Cal so ready for a fight. Yeah, he's never struck me as the type to do this kind of thing. He doesn't seem to care that the body language of the Helio kids has changed from cocky to dangerous. You're just a bunch of fascists? Cal continues. You and Lum. The lounge erupts, chairs screeching across the floor as the Helios jump to their feet, yelling at Cal, calling the illegal and Cal a fugitive. They jostle him around, but Cal plants his feet and stands the ground. Okay, guys! You hear a bottle breaking and see someone advance on Cal. He's not backing down. Oh, jeez. That's a lot.
Good thing you're still good friends with Nem.
Yep. Oh, that gives us friendship points with Nem. Hey, come on, guys. Cut it out, Nem says tiredly. It's Solana's birthday. Don't make it a big thing. They seem to respect her, so they back down. But not before a few parting libellus? What is?
That's an interesting word.
Shots at Cal's parentage and alleged action with animals.
Oh, libelous. Gotcha.
Libelous shots at Cal's parentage and alleged actions with animals. Okay, I see what they're saying.
Yes, they're spouting
Whoa!
libel.
That's a different expression on them. She turns to Cal and perks her finger in his chest. You provoked them on purpose, she said angrily. I'm not your friend here anymore. Don't ask me to stick up for you if you're being an asshole. Well, okay.
Damn, I had a falling out.
Uh-huh. This is a very stressful birthday. Well, Mars exclaims, clapping her hands. That was enough excitement, I think. Let's move on to the important part. Cake and presents. Thank you, Mars. Under Mars's
Thank you,
skillful
Mars.
party hosting hand, the mood shifts back to festive, and you enjoy your presents and your cake. But tension's boiling over like that is a bad omen for the rest of the year.
Yeah, not great, not great.
I love my boy. On the other hand, I'm trying to romance base in my current run.
Good luck with that.
Does he get better? Because I'm not a huge fan of his personality right now.
Sorry, that just makes me think I can fix him.
I can fix him. And how does that go over with Nim? Don't know yet?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good question, because some of them do seem to kind of gravitate towards having a relationship, and some of them don't, so...
That's kind of why you're trying? Cool, let me know how that goes.
Yeah, cool.
If I don't try it. The Helio just landed. Okay, cool.
So you've got to butter them up with plenty of gifts.
Yeah. Okay. We can probably bump up that empathy so we can finally get that skill. Or we can work on organizing some more.
Either one. I imagine if you do more organizing in the depot area or whatever it is, you'll probably unlock more stuff there eventually.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's happened everywhere else. I just haven't spent a lot of time at this one.
You really haven't.
Well, my stats tell you the story. I'm sorry.
They sure do. Anyway, be right back.
All right. You're scrolling through a hollow novel behind the desk when Tangent comes in. She pauses and looks uncomfortable when she sees you and Mars looking at her, quickly disappears into the shelves. You and Mars shrug. A few minutes later, Tang comes up to the counter and drops a fistful of candy. She shifts from foot to foot as you ring her up, jostling up and down and rubbing her stomach. I also need something from behind the counter, she says quietly. Some medicine. You ask her what she needs, and she mumbles the name. You can't hear it. Can you repeat that? She mumbles again, a little louder. Mars stifles a giggle. I'm sorry, what? Tang rolls her eyes. Stars, she curses. I need fart pills, okay? The stupid alien bacteria and all the weird native food makes my stomach upset. Aw. OMG, Mars laughs. You have blue gut? Really? Tang the Perfect has blue farts? Oh my god. Tang crosses her arms and looks miserable. You give Mars a questioning look. Blue gut? Mars says. You know what? When you keep farting and farting all this, it's like blue dusty stuff? Mars leans over the counter and gets a better look at Tang's backside. Mars! Oh no, she says dramatically. White was not the best color to wear today, Tangent. Your butt's as blue as Solana's hair. Mars cackles and Tang anxiously cranes her neck back to look at her rear. No! Liar, Tang mumbles, not meeting your eyes. Just give me the pills, please. I don't want to talk about my stupid body. Poor Tang. Poor Tang. Let's be sensitive and nice. Oh, wait. What? Oh, it was taken like that. Oh, come on. Game. Don't be like that. You let Tangent know that you're very sorry this is happening. Blue Gut's an uncomfortable condition, you tell her, but it doesn't make her a bad person. Well, of course it doesn't! Why would that even be a point? Anyway, whatever. You let her know that there's anything you can do to help, you'll be there for her, because that's what friends are for. This approach seems to make Tangent even more comfortable. She takes her order and rushes out of the depot as soon as you're done. I mean, Tangent's not exactly the type to be too empathetic with just because of how she is. But,
Yeah. You lost points with your waifu.
it's fine. They'll come back.
Easy come, easy go.
It's
+5 to all mental blue flushes. Well, you got the card that'll make that 100% possible.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
Okay. I guess that's fine. Mars picking on poor Tangent. Of course
Dang
we
it,
get
Mars.
friendship with Mars.
Well, organizing's almost there. I think one more time like that and you'll hit the organizing first one.
Yeah. Especially with the bonus we've been getting. Nice.
Yeah, because it's been like for 3 months, so this will be the last month that you get the bonus for.
Yeah. Hey, Rex, how's it going? You pass the construction yard on your way to work at the depot. Rex waves you over. Hey, come and look at this, he says, leading you over to where a portion of the heliosphere has been married to the old living quarters with scaffolding of mushwood. Isn't this wild? It looks like our two ships are actually becoming one. He throws his arm around your shoulder. It's like a metaphor. Get it? The colony and us from the Helio, learning how to work together. How we could build our environments. How we build our environments affects how we live, you know? You should come by and help me, he continues. It's really fun. You get to build things and the construction crew is really nice. And you get to hang out with me. Wait, why not
Nope.
start right now? He hands you a plas cutter, a gun-shaped tool that emits a thin beam of superheated plasma. I know what a plas cutter is! We've been on the surveying team forever! No time like the present, right? Zeke always says we need more workers here. But you do have another job you promised to do.
Okay, so this would be another thing that you can do that's at this area. Definitely probably gives you engineering to do it because you're building stuff.
True.
Plus it'll unlock it, so I mean I don't suppose that's bad.
It's also a toughness thing.
Oh yeah, because you're literally building stuff. That makes sense.
Yep, engineering. It's a good bump to it. You help Rex hold up part of a wall while he fits a bracket in place. There's a lot of pounding and wiggling to get it to fit, which delights Rex every time he gets to make a joke about it. It's sweaty, rewarding work, and you learn something about engineering while you're at it. Chief Administrator
Wait, he's
Steve.
making jokes about pounding and wiggling? Oh, Rex.
It's Rex. What do you want? Chief Administrator Zeke comes storming out of the command to find you. Solana, they snap. Where have you been? I've been expecting you hours ago. Oh, that's my bad, Rex says, moving to stand between you and Zeke. If he had a tail, it would be between his legs. The perfect picture of an apologetic puppy. I asked her to help out. We're super short on hands around here, and she did a great job. Zeke grudgingly accepts that you did, in fact, do good work. They tell you that you're cleared to help out in construction if you'd like, snidely commenting that you're better suited for manual labor than the job you were actually supposed to do today. Hey! I did the last job
Wooed.
fine!
So wooed.
Boop. 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 I could. Bonus to pairs. I should really pay attention to that more. Pairs, huh? Pair?
Pair.
Does that count as a pair? That counts as a three of a kind, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, wait. It does get a +3 bonus. It doesn't just mean pairs. It's like 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, and 5 of a kind. All get a +3.
Okay, +3 from battle condition. Gotcha. We're gonna do this. And then that. Does not help me. Dang. Oh well. That's a pair. No, it's not. It's no longer a pair. Why would you do this to me? Boop. I mean, I've already beaten the condition, so I guess I shouldn't be trying to meet pairs, but you know.
It's fine. Oh, if you move the 6 and the 5 around, you get a straight.
Yep, that's what I did.
Okay, I'm a little behind. Let me refresh. That's probably why. Nice though. Super goal. Oh, damn, they gave you a ton of organizing.
That
Well,
is
you definitely hit the
insane.
first one.
Yay! Equip an additional gear. Awesome.
More power. Quick, use your kudos and buy a gun.
I guess I could. I have kudos.
Yeah, but I mean, your combat's already pretty high, and most of the guns do just that. So let's see.
+5 to biology. Like I need that. Well, real quick, let's check what I already have. My little darling. +5 to animals. I don't need that one. Yeah, that's +10 to combat, which I don't have maxed.
True, that is true, and you get +2 on strength challenges. And then there's that one that's the ring that's just +2 to the last card every time. So that's not bad.
Alright, let's take a look. Plus to those cards.
I'm sorry.
Autoplay best hand?
That's like if you want to just let it go to auto, but you get
That's funny.
-2 draw, so that's interesting.
I'm
Honestly, I see the bravery one, and I'm just laughing at the effect.
Look at this. The bravery. 2 times bonus
you
for
know.
straights.
Yeah, you know, the one that your pet already gives you like a +8 bonus for.
That's fair. We could get the superhero cape and look amazing everywhere we go.
Yeah, that's literally, you play one straight, you get 20 points.
Do we want to buy some cake, guys? We can get cake.
You can get cake.
Buy some cake.
I mean, in case you want to give a cake to someone, in case you know it's their birthday.
Who do we know their birthday? I think we know.
Is this early
This
pollen? So no, not Mars, because hers was early wet. And I don't know if you know anyone else's.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, isn't it? I must have given her something on her birthday. To have found that out. Alright, well, since I know it, I might as well give her cake on her birthday. Let's go check on Dad since it's pollen. I always like to check on Dad during pollen. Your dad takes a big breath of air. Ah, this is the real living, he says grandly. Sometimes I wake up thinking we're still hurtling through space on the Strato. And I'm just so jazzed when I remember we're here, on a real planet. He slaps you on the back. Never take this for granted, kiddo. I will start doing that once Lum is gone. Let's see. I think the only one we haven't gotten the first skill for is empathy. So let's bump up empathy. I think we can work in a med bay? Yeah. Gives me biology, which I don't need. Is there anywhere else I can do empathy? Actually, I think that would be just enough to get my skill up. And we can get more reasoning. And we get to hang out with Nomi. Nomi needs, let's see, Nomi needs help studying for their physics class. They have this idea that they want to be an engineer when they grow up because they like robots and holograms. But they're having trouble, actually, learning any engineering. Nomi pulls up a practice test on their holopalm. The Earth textbooks are full of this kind of rote learning, useful only for finding gaps in your knowledge. For Nomi, though, that gap seems to be everything. Well, I'm so hopeless at this, they exclaim, tugging on the ends of their asymmetrical haircut. There's just so many numbers and formulas. I didn't know there was going to be so much math and engineering. I have to figure out what I'm going to do for my project, they continue. I want to code a chat box, Alana. Next week. How do we get there? Get here from there? Let's take a look at this test. Oh, embarrassing lesson. Oh, I think I already have this one. No, I don't have enough reasoning. Only
Sorry, you're not reasonable enough.
Only 20% correct. Oh no. Some of their answers are embarrassingly super wrong, too. Nomi's final project is due next week, and you have to have a crutch a whole horse load of info on their head. Into their head and leave them enough time to write their bot. Can you do it? Yeah, if we cheat! Oh, that's funny. I wasn't actually expecting that to... Nomi will never be able to cram an entire course and do their final project. Luckily, 2 people can code a chatbot faster than 1. Especially when one of those people is you, and you're doing most of the work.
You just have to not tell. You know.
You show Nomi how to write a bot program. By the end, you've made a simple bot that can access Congruence's language module and respond to questions posed in natural language. That's pretty insane, actually. It's like speaking to a very rudimentary artificial intelligence. Nomi adds some flair, but the back end is entirely your work. You encourage them to submit it as their final project anyway. They do, and they get a great grade. Congratulations, you passed engineering class. You did Nomi a favor, but you couldn't actually help them learn much. Thank you for helping me, Solana, they say. Let's be honest, though. You did all the hard work. I won't be able to rely on you forever. I'm going to try some other things, they said. Maybe there's something I'm naturally good at. Sometimes going what you're naturally good at isn't the answer either. Let's keep that one between rounds. Does this count? Yeah, it does. That's funny. Anyway. Your effect ruins my plan.
Damn it. You still hit a super goal. It's fine.
I know, but I was so close to it all being perfect. It was all so close to perfect. Ah, crud. Need that one. Hang on. That count? Crud. Crud. Fine. And that hits us on empathy. Oh, did it already equip the thing? Now that I think about it, I didn't even go into my inventory and equip it, but I think it did by default.
It looks like it is,
Yeah.
considering that it's got that purple bit.
Pay to remove cards in the quarters spa. That's not bad.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, because then you can cut out a lot of faff from your deck if you really want to.
Goodness, the pollen is thick.
Yeah, go check on your dad.
He's probably fine. Normally he's fine. Hello. You spot your dad playing cards with 2 other... Oh, wow. That is a dialogue box I have seen before. That's insane. To be fair, I'm saying that's insane because it is not common to see them. It's wild. I think I've seen... That is probably the second time I've seen a duplicate dialogue box in this whole game. Which is pretty crazy.
They kept it pretty unique.
Granted, I haven't gone and just talked to the same people over and over and over again every month, but...
True.
I think it's pretty impressive. It's a lot of dialogue they've written for this game. A lot of good dialogue they've written for this game. A lot of it is very, there's nothing I've been, like, had the urge to really skip. All of it feels like it's been fun to read through. Which is awesome. Alright, I'm checking the ground to see if there's anything to pick up. Okay, the thing I have the least, like, tabs under, because I think in engineering and geoponics, I have tons of stuff I can go do, and I don't have that for the depot. So I think at this point, I want to just see what I can unlock where. We're late game, basically, and I want to see what happens. Working construction, what does that give us? 3 engineering, 2 toughness, friendship with friends. 2 toughness. I mean, if we really want to max out all of our strength stats, it's a great way to do it. Whoa, hello. After Chief Administrator Seek, the unofficial heads of the construction crew are aluminum and burnish. Mars dads. Oh, hi. You don't know them
I've never met them.
Yeah. You don't know them very well, but they're great supervisors. Honest, friendly, straightforward guys with wide shoulders, strong backs, and soft hearts. They're really nothing like Mars at all. How did that happen? That's so cool. I love his eyes and hair. They're very, like, they pop. I like it a lot. He has one of the little net things like our dad has. I'm guessing that's just something they have on. Sorry, now I'm just looking at their portraits and I'm just like, this is so good. He has really pretty blue eyes. Anyway, okay, back to the game. You're working with them while they tear down the internal walls of the heliopods, scoring edges carefully with glass cutters and using sledgehammers to knock great sheets of metal free. What are they using these sheets for? Can't we just mine for metal? Can't we just nanoprint what we need? Help them work.
Well, I know the answer to 2 and 3.
Oh yeah, I kind of figured. You don't want to waste what's there. Probably not the right material.
Yeah, well, that and you guys used all your mining explosives.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, Lum.
Reinforcing the garrison and other new buildings. Al replies, wiping his forehead with the back of his hairy arm. Glass cutters really crank up the heat in these small metal rooms. All these bulkheads and hallways were really important safety features in space. Bernie asks. You don't want to explosively decompress the whole ship, you know. But here on Vortimina, we have different needs. Help them work. You learn a lot working with Al and Bernie. They look like big tough guys, but like most people in the colony, they really care about sustainability and doing the right thing. And they love to talk while they work, with no shortage of gossip about other adults. There's where Mars gets it from. If you keep your ears open, you're going to learn more here than just how to smash stuff and nail it back together. Cool. We've gone so long without ever meeting Mars's parents. We've met Nem's mom, right?
I think so.
I'm trying to think who else we haven't met, because a lot of people passed early on, and I can't remember who all they were related to. I don't know why I've never noticed this button before. Okay, let's see. +1 to all blue cards. Kudos if total equals gold. So we're trying to hit 35. Keep between rounds. We don't have multiple rounds, so that's fine. I don't think anyone who passed in the age of 14, anyone you, besides the ones you know already. Okay. I know I have. Let me look at it right here. Okay, that's 2 of them. So I'm still missing 1 person I haven't met. Interesting. Okay. makes this easy. Oh. Dang. No. Up over here. And then there. That's a bit more than what I wanted. It's fine. It's fine. Look at that engineering. Look at that engineering.
It is going up so much. Holy crap, yeah.
Yeah. And friendship with Rex. Cool, 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 cool. Now we're in the lake vault. Earlier I tripped up while reading Nim talking about not being friends with Cal anymore. And it kind of just tripped me up because they're like 18, 17, 18 age. And that just seems like a really weird thing to say at 18. I mean, I feel like that's something that comes up when you're like, I don't know, 12, 13, you know? Less common whenever you're a young adult. I can't tell if it is hubris to believe humanity will become dominant species on Vertumina as we were on Earth. Sang muses, watching the adorbs moths flutter by. Nothing else, it's certainly survivorship bias. The family tree of humanoid species has many dead branches, so to speak. Humans are weak, defenseless, fragile, inefficient, short-lived, Fang says. And that's only for a few of our many faults, and yet we dominate Earth. We dominated Earth and have to believe that it's possible to do the same here. Want to study together? That's funny. I guess I should be trying to get my reasoning up. Since that's what we need to hang out with Tang. Or get a new card.
Yeah, probably.
I wanted to unlock more of this stuff, but it's fine. We'll do reasoning. Reasoning! Which one does reasoning this? Here. We can friendship with Nomi and boost our reasoning. Or I can do this one. It gives me engineering and reasoning. Less of it, but we get friendship with Tangent and Nomi. Let's study some engineering. Time for you to your end-of-term project. You're partnered Tang and Nomi to come up with a project that uses everything you've learned about math, physics, computing, robotics, architecture, and astronomy. I know, Nomi exclaims. We should go down to the Helio engine room and see if it makes us think of anything. Sure, great idea. That's not a terrible idea, actually, Tang agrees slowly. We could do a comparison of the Helio's superior engine and talk about how Earth technology improved in the years between the stratospheric and the heliopause leaving Earth. Nomi nods excitedly and leads the way. No offense, but we also had, way better funding than you guys. Nomi explains as you head down to the belly of the Helio. You know, government funding, right? Not just dark web stuff, but actual, factual space travel budget. People were so mad when you guys left. The world didn't believe the Strato would even make it off the planet, but when you did, everyone left behind got super competitive. Our technology is, so much better.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark, how's it going? You and Tang try not to roll your eyes as Nomi chatters away. You split up to take a look at the different components of the Helio engine, from the cooling system to the nanocell reactors to the complicated banks of computers that all once housed the Helio much less powerful onboard AI. Hang on, how's the Helio's much less powerful onboard AI? You telling me that congruence is stronger than the Helio's AI? The Helio might be newer, but nothing beats congruence. You leaning in to take a look at some of the faded warning signs about peacemakers when you hear Nomi yell, "Oh no, guys! Guys! I think I broke it! Help, I'm stuck!" What is it this time, Nomi? That's helpful. You and Tang rush over to where Nomi is sprawled out in tangles of cables, wrapped around them like a nest of snake bugs. Nomi looks too terrified to move, and For good reason. Every time they do, more wires snap free of their connections and contribute to Nomi's growing distress. The panel behind them beeps in warning. Help me! Nomi pleads. I'm afraid to move. What if I turn off life support or something? It's delicate, stressful work, but together you and Tang manage to pull Nomi from the disaster. You look down on the jumbled, hopeless tangle with growing fear. You're going to have to rewire everything and hope you get it right. Oh no!
God help you.
Okay, we gotta play this right. We'll save this one for the last round. We can keep this one in between rounds, which is great.
I would say, dang it, Nomi, you f***ed up, but also, like, you've got this.
I got this. Look at that 32 already.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the straight bonus you get is absolutely absurd.
Okay. We have an 8. Let's keep the 8. Let's go for... Yeah. Boop, boop, and a boop. Not as strong of a move, but it'll work. Wait, +3 on 3rd stage of challenges. We'll keep that one. Does this count? It doesn't do it. Or does it?
Darn.
No, it did. It did.
Aha!
Straight's all one color, right?
No, straight is 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. How about that? Is that what it's doing what I think it's supposed to?
Yes, that's giving you a 21 value straight.
Okay. Next round.
Good God, yeah, your straight value is absolutely absurd between your pet and the cape.
Just make them all wild. Or I can do this.
My God. I mean, if cards to the right become wild, that's ridiculous. But also, just a solid blue monochrome color seems to get the job done.
It's a pretty powerful card, honestly.
It really is.
Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Why are you a 6? Why are you a 6?
You get a +1 to blue mental cards. So
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
anytime you're moving a yellow or red one and changing it to a blue one, it gets a +1 because of the
Okay,
challenge
gotcha.
effect.
Yeah, gotcha. That one. It's not working with me. Fine. Whatever. I'll do this the easy way. I say that, I technically would have to bump this up anyway. Why am I getting greedy? I've already beaten it.
You have, yes, but you could be beating it more.
True, but we fixed it. It's fine. Aw, friendship for both of them. Oh my god. Double the card to the right. Oh my gosh. Nomi, why are all of your cards
Whoa.
insane?
Yeah, Nomi has some good shit.
You all breathe a sigh of relief whenever the cables are reconnected and everything stops beeping. I knew we could do it, Nomi says, looking relieved. And now we know how it all works. Thanks, Nomi. You work together on your final project, which is a full schematic of how the helio engines work. Nomi contributes to some intensely detailed drawings, and Tang makes sure everything is correct. You write up the comparison between the helio and the less complicated strata. Hey, kudos! Increased rewards for studying engineering. Oh, cool! Congruence looks over your work. Congratulations, you three. This is wonderful work. You officially passed, but there's always more to learn, and more to teach others. By the way, she adds with a wink, good work repairing that powerful array as well. Don't worry, I won't tell.
Best AI.
Best AI. It's even better than the Helioses. Early dust. Oh, okay. Wet is literally the last season. Okay.
Oh.
I have it? I have 40 reasoning!
You have it.
Tangent doesn't notice you approach. Absorbed in staring at her hand, she flexes a few times and touches her thumb to each fingertip. When she notices you, she looks surprised for a moment before her expression smooths over again. That body is a remarkable machine, she says. So weak as a child, and then so strong in its prime. Been ravaged by its own imperfect biology until it literally crumbles around us. And yet, somehow, we made it to the stars, and then here. She closes her fist. Imagine what we could do if not burdened by our physical forms. You want to study together?
That's neat tangent that you want to turn into an AI. Anyway, want to study?
No matter what introspective thing Tangent is saying, it's always funny to follow up with, you want to study together? Oh my god. I could have gotten this one when she was still very, very young. Smart for my age. You're like 17. I guess if you really want to pay attention to figure out when their birthdays are, you could just check their age every month and see when they change.
That is true.
Tangent, how old are you? You were 17 when I checked last time. I don't know Dis's birthday. I feel like we should know Dis's birthday at this point. Still 17. Or does it only update after the month of their birthday?
Don't know.
You offered to help Tangent with her schoolwork, but she just shrugs you off. I'm not working on school anymore, she says. Chief Engineer Instant says I'm smart for my age, and my talents are wasted in school. She opens her holopalm and shows you some of her lab notes. It's so much work, though, she says. She complains. Honestly, maybe it would be better to be like everyone else. Intelligent people seem happier. Just then, Nem jogs by with a squad of soldiers, all marching in time. She gives you a little wave, then cringes as the leader barks at her to keep her eyes forward. Tang shudders. On second thought, forget that I said that. I'll keep being smart, thank you. I need a break! But what if I don't want to take a break? What if I want to keep raising stats and talking?
Yeah.
Fine, let's go spend time. What is it? 90? I can still do one. We're not having Vertumina this year. Vertuminalia. Because Lum sucks.
Damn Lum.
Getting rid of our fun festivities. Fly at the robotics lab. I forgot that was something I could do. How much does engineering do now?
Well, you did. You got enough engineering. Okay. The engineering gives better rewards now, so it gives slightly better reasoning now, I imagine.
Yep, it does. It's funny that it gives me more reasoning than engineering.
That is very funny. It's like, hey, you're studying engineering, but really, you're just learning how to learn.
As you enter the robotics lab, watch out! Congruent shouts at you from the room's speakers, just as another little weird robot of unknown purpose comes scurrying towards you from across the room. It's zigzaggingly erratically, and it looks like it's going to make for the door you just opened. You can let it escape. We're already at past 50 in engineering. Holy cow!
Yeah, you've been busy.
Oh, Solana, thank you, Congruent says, wheeling in on her portable screen. I was running diagnostics on the little fellow, and then it broke away and made a run for it. I really need somebody to be my hands here. She continues. Everything used to be easier with Hal around. I miss him. Sorry. I feel so bad every time. Oh.
It's like, yeah.
I should have been able to help. Congruence doesn't need to be clear or throat, but you get a distinct impression she's simulating it anyway. If you want to come help me in the robotics lab, just come down anytime. Alright, that's a lot of stuff. Repair robots. What does that give me? Engineering and creativity. I should have been doing this for so much longer.
Yeah. That gives you a lot of engineering points. Your creativity is already pretty good, but your engineering is pretty close to that second tick.
I kind of want to keep raising reasoning, though, because that's the
yeah, that's what you need for tangent. So study engineering some more. You can always go and repair robots later.
Tangent is at 67.
67, huh? That's 2 away from the funny number.
You do some work with the construction crew this week, observing how they use congruence in their hollow projectors to plan, build, and repair the colony. The foreman walks you through the projections. Literally. Oh, wait, we've done this one, haven't we? Oh, wow, I'm actually starting to see multiple of the same dialogue boxes. Details, adapt to life on Vertumina, command windows, 2 meters down. Yep. All of Nomi's cards make me laugh. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. You know what? We have a lot of 4s here. I wonder if we should do a certain thing.
You could.
Yeah. Hey, and that makes it perfect. That's funny. 1 slot card becomes a value of 4. Yeah. I wish I got bonuses for, like, hitting it perfectly, but I know it only does it whenever it gives me that as a bonus. Oh, we're 1 off from upgrading engineering again. Skyrocketing.
Ooh. Nice.
So it actually is giving us a big bump to engineering.
I think that's because engineering is technically the main skill you get from this, so it's the one that's getting the bonuses from winning the challenge and everything else. The reasoning is just supposed to be like extra that you're getting, but because you did that other thing, the reasoning you're getting from it is actually pretty good too.
Oh, God. This year, Governor Lum's ascension to the Vertuminalia stage is heralded by an entire military band. Their instruments shiny and nano-printed new. They march out of command in formation, splitting and forming a phalanx at the foot of the stage as Lum takes his place before you. Spotlights turn on with a heavy ka-chunk noises, illuminating Lum in a halo of floating dust particles. He spreads his arms wide.
Fuck you, Lum.
Hello, Vertumina! His voice booms over the speakers. Are we winning or what? The reaction's mixed. You look around, it's easy to see the ones cheering the loudest are Helios, and people who have fully adopted their mentality, like Nim. The Stratos are more reserved, some even silent. Security Chief Red is one of them, his usual stony expression hiding his true feelings. Regardless, there's enough cheering that Lum has to wait for it to die down before he continues. We're killing it out there, people, he exclaims. Every day we claw a little more territory from the savage aliens of this planet. Oh, God. A potato pod arcs through the air and lands with a broken splort at Lum's feet, splattering him with juice. You don't see who threw it, but the faction from Geoponics is looking restless. They begin to jeer and stomp their feet. Lum continues on, raising his fist. Those Xenos attacked us first, and now they're learning. Don't mess with humankind. The crowd is now evenly split between cheering and booing. The Stratos are agitated, and you hear calls for things to return to how they were and how Lum and his soldiers are killing the planet. Even the council lined up before the stage and facing the crowd looks conflicted. Give me just a sec. Gotta hydrate. Ah! I forgot to drink water!
Hold on, I can fix that.
I really do just need to be a redeem that's just flood the fish.
Yeah, one that just drops like a bunch on you at once. That or like one that literally drops a bucket of water or something.
Yeah, I'll see what I can figure out. But yes. Whew, sorry about that. That's a lot of reading for a lot of not water I've been drinking. The crowd is now evenly split between Wait, I've already read that. We left Earth to get away from this shit. Your dad shouts and oh wow, Dad cursed. What the hell? Your dad shouts and you turn to him in surprise. He really swears! Now look at us. We're right back where we started, fighting each other and the planet. We brought it with us. Utopia hops on stage and routes her own here speak through the speaker. Routes her own here speak through the speakers. He's lying, she shouts bitterly. This year we lost 2 surveyors in the swamp, Sorrel and Quinny. They'd be alive today if Lum hadn't sent them to clear out our manticore den for no good reason. Holy shit, what?
Lum, you asshole.
You are an asshole. You sent 2 people to clear out a manticore den. Okay. She jams her finger against the governor's chest. The only threat to our colony here is you. Lum's smile doesn't change, but his eyes go cold. He snatches Utopia's hand and calmly, slowly crushes her hollow palm crystal with his thumb. You can hear the crunch of the bones in her hand before her feed cuts out. Utopia yelps as her knees buckle with pain, her bravado gone. She holds her broken hand to her chest and is too shocked to resist when Lum shoves her off stage. The crowd is stunned into silence as well. Lum clears his throat and approaches the end of the stage, looming tall over the council. Thank you for your input, he says, icily. Your concerns have been noted. This isn't the buffoon Lum presented on his daily hollow vlogs, or the nuisance he is when he's visiting a work site. You see something in his eyes you've only caught glimmers of before. Hatred. You Stratos are lucky we didn't crush you under our boots to take your colony by force, he sneers. Before we got here, this colony was doomed. You're only alive because I was merciful. Just a bunch of burned-out hippie fugitives. What was your plan for surviving out here? Wishful thinking? Singing songs and talking to animals? Laughter ripples through the Helios. You, he gestures to the council, then jerks his thumb at his chest. Need us. Not the other way around. I'm done pretending. I need to listen to you. I'm done pretending I need to listen to your opinions. If you want to live, you'll do what I say. He stares at Dr. Instance, who glares up at him with hate in her eyes as she tends to Utopia's hand. Maybe it's time to clean house, he threatens. We need team players here. Ones who share one vision. Share one vision for the future of Vitumina. After a few more tense moments, Zeke clears her throat. Ahem, sir, shall I continue with the traditional formalities now? Lum scowls down at Zeke and then throws his hands in the air. Whatever, do it. If it makes you feel better, you're all cowards. He turns and stalks off stage, his marching band scrambling to follow him with his exit song. Is the song dedicated to himself? Of course he does.
Of course he does. He is an absolute egomaniac.
As promised, there are no contests this year, but there's plenty of food and alcohol. As the sun begins to set, the Helios, including Vase and Nim, head straight for it and look ready to party into the night. The other teams seem a little less at ease. This, quite predictably, has already left.
Oh, that's funny. So it's like, go with the Helios kids, go try and hang out with the Stratos kids, or just find Dees.
Let's go find Dees. You look everywhere.
Dees nuts.
God.
Gotcha.
You look everywhere, but Dees is nowhere to be found. He's not up on the walls, or in the robotics lab, or hanging out outside at expeditions. He's just gone. Not even congruence can get a read on his location. You grow steadily more anxious as the late sunset comes and goes. Where could he be? The festival continues after sunset, with a huge bonfire and raucous dancing. Someone carries a tripod over from the ranch to be skewered and roasted over the flames. You're far enough away you can't hear the plant-like creature's dying wheeze, but the smell of roasted flesh is hard to escape. As the party winds down, you sight a familiar shadow creeping through the front gates. Congruently, it truthfully informs you that she has now located data for Dees, and you breathe a sigh of relief. At least he's home. But where was he? A week after Verminalia. This word! Verminalia is one of the hottest since you've landed. You're supposed to take time off for a much-needed break, but it's so humid and awful, tempers are short. Shortly after the festival, you start seeing graffiti cropping up everywhere. It seems like that a lively, if not particularly civil, conversation between the two factions is being held on the flat surfaces of the colony. Stress! Well, we're already maxed out. It doesn't matter. Lum announces,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Lum announces a zero tolerance policy for political graffiti, but you notice that not every tag is being removed, just the ones against the war, of course. The atmosphere of the colony is oppressive, as thick as the choking dust heat itself. Everywhere you try to relax, people just want to talk about the war. To make matters worse, the sweltering nights are making your nightmares intense again. You return to work feeling more stressed than before. Aw, stressed out. Well, oh, Nomi, what you got to say? Nomi is in their usual spot in the lounge, surrounded by their steadily growing collection of body pillows and stuffed animals. Where are you getting them? Does the depot have them? Where are you getting them? They're curled up with their arms around the giant fleshy creature. Seems to be scrolling listlessly through the movies available in the Colony Media Archive. Find anything good? No! Nomi sighs, tipping over onto their side. Not since I finished all of Maid Stalker Ares. Ares? Is that right? I can't
Yeah, that's correct.
believe it ended on a cliffhanger! I don't know what the stratosphere had left. I didn't know that the stratosphere had left Earth before the series finished airing. Nomi whines. You have every episode except for the two-parter season finale! They bury their face against the plushie. Now I'll never know how it ends, they sniffle. It's not fair. We'll never have any new shows to watch. This isn't about the show, is it? Maybe we can make a new ending. We can do either of the fun options. Sounds rough, buddy.
Gotta love the reference.
Yep, gotta love the reference. Okay. Do we want to be creative? You know what? Let's check in on Nomi. Let's see how they are doing. Nomi wipes their eyes and heaves a big sigh. Yeah, they say, not beating your eye. I guess that's kind of true. It just reminds me that, they pick at a thread of their plushie. You know, they quietly. That, everything ends, and sometimes it's a lot sooner than you expected. When I got here, I remember looking at your huge media library and thinking, wow, Galactic? I'm never gonna run out of things to watch. It felt like the whole world was still ahead of me, ready to be discovered. A new planet, new people, new life. Nomi digs their fingers into their plushie. Now it feels like everything's just on fire all the time, and everyone's always on my case about how I need to grow up. What's so bad about being innocent? Why does everything have to be so grim all the time? They wipe their eyes again angrily. And I don't get any more episodes of this stupid show I like. It's not fair. I get that. It's hard. Both of these are correct answers. Nomi nods with their chin wobbling as they try to keep it together. Yeah, they say, tipping their head back to the ceiling and trying to put on a brave smile. Thanks for getting it, Solana. Nanomachine, son? This coming Saturday, gonna do a podcast alongside Zephyr. Oh, cool! Digimon! That's fun. Oh,
Nice.
I want the flower. Give me the flower. I picked a yellow flower. I carefully picked a yellow. Alright, we're still stressed. I can't really do anything. We're gonna go play with our pet after I have found all the stuff on the ground. Hey, Dees. How's it going, Dees? He wandered off the other night. There's Cal. Okay. I don't see anything else on the ground. We'll relax in the park with our buddy. mother's white astrantia flowers are flourishing in the garden and everywhere else too. They've really been taking to something in the soil here. You've even seen them outside the walls. Something must be carrying their seeds towards the wilderness. No, I don't want to get rid of either of these. These are good ones. Yep. The latest news. Alright. We're back at energized and can go do some more fun stuff. Back to learning.
More
Hey!
stuff.
Hey, Rex. How's it going, bud? How's it going? You spot Rex carrying supplies and big pieces of wood into a huge tarped up section of the end of the lounge. He waves at you. Well, as much as a wave he can do with his arms full of mushwood. Hey, Solana, he calls out to you. Have you come to see the bar? Bar? You give him a questioning look. The bar? You don't know Rex super well. You've never heard anything about a bar. He gestures to the tarps. My bar, he says. I've been working on a special project ever since I joined the construction crew. The colony needs a place to cut loose, you dig? He looks up at it, beaming with pride. I think it's about halfway done. Well, that's cool of you. You take a look at what you can see. Rex has kept it all pretty well tarped up. He hates letting people inside to peek. But you can tell it's big. Perhaps a little too big. Ambitious maybe for a first solo construction project. But Rex has had a lot of help from his crew and from the whole colony. He'd have to be able to find enough wood. I'm sure it'll be great. Rex comes over to you and slings you into a one-armed hug. Just seeing you makes me super energized, he says. I almost hear the music now. That's right, the bar's gonna have live music. Who's gonna play it? You know anyone who can play an instrument? Okay, yeah, that's the question. That would be a follow-up. I'm gonna work double time to finish this place. If you want to help, bring me all the mushwood you can find. Oh, I have a lot of mushwood, bud. Is that like a legit thing you want me to do? Oh, that's fun. Zero? Value is wild. Oh god, we got another wild one that I can't figure out.
Lovely.
Actually, I'm working on something right now, Rex says, producing a holo projector looking so familiar. Wait, it's the holo projector you used to watch vids in the crash. It's been broken ever since the crash was destroyed. I was hoping you could help me fix this up. I want to have an outdoor movie night. You help Rex with bringing the holo projector back to life, then help him make an outdoor theater for it, complete with overhead lights and comfortable places to pile up your bedding. Aunt Anne provides the snacks. Rex looks at it with pride. We just have to figure out what to play for our opening night. I haven't even checked to see who I can just hang out with just from having higher stats now, too. Nomi, do you have anything? Nomi needs a lot more creativity. Let's see who all we can make. Probably reasoning of 80. Yep. M. He gets so moody if I don't follow him back right away. Interesting. No comment, man. Combat of 80. I'm close, bro. I'm close. Oh, that's cool. 80s. Oh yeah, we have bravery up. Of course, it's mostly an item, but we got it. You gulp and bravely dare him to tell you what's the deal between him and his sister. Plus 10 stress. What about her? Dis scowls, digging the toe of his boot into the dirt. She's smart and perfect, and everyone loves her. You wait patiently. Sometimes being brave means sitting in silence. Eventually, Dis crosses his arm and shrinks in on himself. When Tang got her genome therapy, all anyone wanted to talk about was how I shouldn't be sad about losing my brother. Oh. Like they had to tell me that. This says puffing indignantly. I'm wait, I'm her twin? I knew she was a girl like 5 minutes before she did. She's always been my sister, he explains. She's always known who she is, but like, that was the problem. This says he picks at a loose thread on his sleeve. She's so mature, you know? And I'm not. So she treats me more like her dumb little pet than her brother, telling me what to do and acting like she's so much smarter than me. He rubs his face. I mean, she is smarter than me. She's smarter than everyone, even the adults. But that doesn't mean she knows what's best for her. Dis lapses into silence. You wait a little longer to see if he wants to share any more, but Dis seems intent on just staring off into the wilderness again. Interesting.
Interesting.
I get where he's coming from, but tangent gonna be tangent. It's just how it is. Oh, have we already done all the stuff we can do with Cal? I guess we have. Now it's just giving gifts. What about Mars? Where's Mars? Mars! Do we have a thing we can do with you? We do! Gonna get into a debate. Mars has never stooped to using her fists to get her way, but she loves a good fight nonetheless. You ask her what she would do if you... Wait. You ask her what she would have done differently if she had been the captain of the Stratosphere when you landed, and her eyes go wide. She launches into a laundry list of shoulda, wouldas, and whatever she says she would have done. You offer reasoning for why it wouldn't have worked. That's funny. After a little while of this, Mars positively invigorated. Wow, you really thought about all of this, didn't you? She says, cracking a little smile. You're totally right. It's a lot more complicated than just making decisions and telling people what to do. Thank you. It's so important to have people like you around to keep me on my toes. She cracks her knuckles. Okay, but when I'm governor, I will do so much better than the adults can. Mars for governor! I'll take Mars over Lum any day.
Vote Mars for mayor? That's how it works, right?
I don't know if Lum allows this to be a democracy. Or even Sim. Yeah, no, I doubt it. I don't think he's given up that power. Let's see. I guess we could keep doing engineering. We've run off and done a lot of stuff. Is there any things I can unlock based off of my stats now? I feel like I have a lot more room to wiggle now with the stat. Okay, this just wait. Yeah, like this. Aunt Anne is looking for volunteers to come and work in the kitchen with her. She's scanning the room for anyone who seems to be loafing around. She bustles over to you. You'll be perfect, Solana, she says, hugging you. And then loudly to the others in the room, she declares, I'm glad somebody around here is responsible enough to put in their share of the work. Everyone else ignores
cooking.
her. What's up?
I'm trying to think of what cooking will do. Organizing for sure.
Maybe creativity?
Ooh, probably.
Everyone else ignores her, shifting awkwardly. No one wants to disappoint their auntie. Aunt Anne gestures towards the nearby cafeteria and tells you to come by next week so she can show you the ropes. Does this week count as next week? It sure does! Yep, creativity and empathy.
Oh my god, empathy. One of those stats you at least have the first point in it.
We're so close to another point in engineering, though.
You really are. Like, it'd be a shame to leave it there.
Alright, are there any others? Let me just... It's been a minute, so let me check in on all of these to see if, there's any others I can unlock. Is it the gym? I remember that lets me do something. I don't know it. I think we're good on this one. That's just the notice board and the supply depot. And then geoponics we've worked in a lot, so. Alright, let's get that last point of engineering to get our next skill for funsies, and then we'll go give Mars a cake. So much math. It's everywhere. Physics is math, computers run on math, electricity, mechanical engineering, chemistry, anything to do with space. Math. Behind everything is some equation or other to calculate how to turn one thing into something else, or how efficient something is. They should have called this whole branch of science math engineering. Math engineering. There we go. I kept trying to say math and engineering. It's matheneering. There we go. I got there eventually.
It took a bit, but you got there.
It did. It took way longer than it probably should have if I had just read the word. Oop. 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 Oh, right, I turned it blue. I ruined it. Hey, but I'm gonna hit the Supergirl perfectly. And there's that engineering threshold. Reasoning's not too far off either. Early wet. It is indeed early wet. New cards in the depot. Hey, let's go see what it is. Let's see what they got. So engineering gets you more cards in the depot? That's the first review. No, draw an extra card at the start of the challenge.
Yeah.
I feel like something else is giving us new cards in the depot. Well, let's see what they got.
I mean, there has been things that have
Fidget
done that.
spinner!
So let's see.
Vintage
Whoa!
focus device. All card values become wild. What?
That's interesting.
What? What does that even mean? Oh.
That means that so long as you're playing blue cards, you get the credit for pairs and straights simultaneously because they're all wild. That's funny.
Look at this.
Plus 15 to all skills. Good
Yeah,
lord.
that's insane.
You don't actually have enough kudos for that. That's funny.
I don't. But I don't have a slot for it anyway. But I mean, I could swap something else out, but. Draw one extra card for 300! That's a little much. Plus 30 in engineering. First collectible is free. This one's hilarious to me. I think it's hilarious for it to just be like, yep, it'll autoplay the best hand. I think that's new-ish. No, that's 50. That's probably an old one. I love that this is called the vintage focus device. Okay. Right. Mars. Hold up. Let me check something. Still 17. We're good. 19! Hey, that means it does update beforehand, I think. Right?
Ah, most likely.
Yeah, we're in early wet.
Oh yeah, it is her birthday.
Mars! Well, now I know that
Mars.
for next time, to just watch their birthdays, or their ages.
Yep.
And when they change, I will know they are now birthday.
Here, Mars, have cake.
Hi, Mars! You want cake? +4. A birthday cake. Icing is a little uneven, Mars notes. And there are no candles. But keeping practice, and you'll improve. I bought that! Oh, wait. Maybe I shouldn't tell her that.
No, it's what she would do. After all, she's all about them kudos.
Nim is 18, so her birthday is past. Cal is 20! Still haven't found y'all's birthday. I will watch for it, Sandra. I don't know if you'll even like cake, but I will be watching for your birthday. Rex is 19. I've missed a lot of birthdays. Yep. Naomi's 17 because she was 16 at the beginning of the year. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch these. 21. All right. Oh, that happened. I like how, to be fair, our dad's birthday passed. I didn't even realize I could do that until the beginning of streams. I will do a better job next time. Anyway, what are we doing? What am I working on? Reasoning. That's what I was working on. It's all good. I got it. I got there. A tangent. It's 80. I don't know if we'll actually make it to 80 before the end of the game, but we will try. So what gives me my highest reasoning? So, if this is studying engineering, and it gives us base points in engineering, is there one that gives me base points in reasoning?
Maybe. It'd probably have to be whatever is reasoning on the top, so it's probably the tutor children option.
No!
Yeah.
I mean, we can do it. Let's try it and see how it does. That also just gives you a lot of reasoning. You're reading some Earth novels with kids when you come across an idiom, those who can't teach. Those who can't teach. Huh? Earth's had some weird ideas about teaching. You can't imagine saying that to one of your teachers. With such a small population, sharing knowledge is one of the most honorable things you can do in the colony. Oop. There's not going to be a third challenge. I mean... Oop. Technically that's better, because it puts all of the matching cards together. I'm always short one card to make it like a full-on straight. Not straight. 5 of kind in this case.
5 of a kind.
Yep, 5 reasoning.
Yep, makes sense.
So that seems like the fastest way to get our reasoning up at this point. Plus it'll give us tiny little itty bitty points in empathy.
And Nomi points. Always
and
good.
Nomi points. Oh yeah, it's raining, so a lot of people aren't even... No, they're out here. They out and about. Nomi, what are you doing all the way over here? I thought I saw something like popping up. Oh, they just do that. They just do that. They have the little things that pop up around their face. Alrighty. We'll keep tutoring kids and we'll be in the glow in 2 turns. Tutor the children! Tangent also offers her services as a tutor, but she's much busier than you are. When she's not in class, she's usually working in engineering. Must be nice to have such a clear picture of what you want to do with your life. Tangent's been a brainiac since she was just a little kid. It kind of makes it hard for other students to relate to her, because she just can't understand not being super smart. It makes you the more popular tutor, for sure. Oop. Oop. I have no gem cards.
Alas and alack. Right, it becomes that. Do that. And
then we do this. There we go. Ta-da! How many of those have I gone through? I still have 4. We're good. Damn, right, 3 stars. How close? 5 more. Our stress is doing fine too.
Yeah. So much reasoning. So nice.
Alright, one more round of it. You tutor Nim's 4 younger siblings. Cumulus, Cirrus, Stratus, and young Nimbus. Nimbus! Okay, sorry. The triplets are absolutely uncontrollable, but Nimbus actually seems to be trying. It must be hard to be the runt of the litter when all your siblings are so physical. Anytime he tries to answer a question, one of the other 3 shouts over him. You try to give him extra attention so he feels comfortable. Maybe one of Aunt Anne's kids will turn out to be a brainiac. Let's see. 2. Random card locked in 1 slot. But what if I tell you to redraw? Okay, it's just like, nah. That's the card that's gonna be there now. Fine.
No,
that.
it's always there.
It's fine. I can work with this. Maybe. Not really. It didn't give me a lot to work with, to be honest. Yeah, use 1. Well, at least it gave me blue cards this time. For each gem on other cards, that's fine. Do that. For now, let's do this, just so I can to get some similar cards. Let's swap that. Do this. That'll turn that into a 7. We need one of these to be a 5. If I change that one, it'll mess it up. Fred. Oh well, we've hit it again. My straights are insane! Posture check. Thank you, I got you. Apologize for answering your question from earlier. Updating characters. No problem. Alright. It is time for the glow. Which is definitely one of my favorite. Oh,
Yep.
We have
Time
the
to see
threshold.
what happens.
Autoplay fairy sometimes plays the best hand for you. Alright, who needs an item whenever it just happens?
Cool.
Nice. Ooh. Yeah, I've been using a lot of those. So, I really like glow. I know I've talked about this before, but I really love glow. Even though it's literally the most terrifying time in the game. It is so freaking pretty. Look at this! Look at this! Everything's so shiny, glowy. Ah, this would be my favorite time of year to be outside, and I would die. Actually, everyone's outside. Normally, everyone turns in during glow. What's up with that? It's like an entirely different planet now. Planet glow just says, smiling softly into the limited wilderness. It's my favorite season, full of secrets and danger. Fair enough. Also, I don't know if y'all noticed, this has a flower in it. Very pretty.
Yeah.
I only highlighted it because I just noticed it myself. Thing is standing with her arms crossed, gazing out into the gloom. Can't help but be a little comforted by the presence of the soldiers, she says. Perhaps we'll stand a better chance during the next attack. Wait. Shit, I missed it, didn't I? Damn it! I was trying to go through my my stats too much. I do. You know what? It's fine.
Oh no.
It's fine. like it nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already read that one. So their birthday is sometime in the wet, because I checked it during Mars's birthday,
Yeah.
which would probably mean it's either mid or late wet.
Mhm.
I have realized this far too late, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's see if we can hit the threshold we need to. We're not going to, but we'll get close. What was I doing? Tutoring children? Tutoring children. Tutoring is great because it exposes all the gaps in your own knowledge. One of the kids asks you how the first human made tools, and if they didn't have any tools, and you almost feel it like, okay. And you can almost feel it reboot your brain when you try to answer. Then, before you can say anything, another kid asks why there are infinite numbers, but not infinite words. Then another asks if there's a thought, if a thought weighs anything, and if smart people have heavier brains. You eventually just have to distract them so they talk about probability and statistics again.
Teaching kids be like.
Oh, that's hilarious. That is a simple card. David? Make sure I get those 10 kudos. It's super critical. If it equals the goal, yes, we must get the kudos. Okay, give me a second. I'll figure this out. I'll figure it out. We're at 35. I can make this happen. Somehow. Probably. I need 2, which means I just need to change one of these.
Mhm.
Or not. Or it'll do not that.
Because it's a +1 to blue mental cards. Also,
I
you
know,
made
I
a
thought I
straight.
took that into account.
You made a straight in the process, unfortunately, which gave you a bajillion points.
Oh, I see. Maybe. um. Hang on. Hang on. So many gem guard ones. And that just makes 60. I keep changing cards, and it's not working. That is so close! I gotta break my straights. That didn't help.
Oh no.
I think we're gonna have to live without the kudos.
Yeah, it's fine.
I can't seem to pull this off. I can only make bigger numbers. I got 3 stars though. How much is that? 73? One more time of that, and we might be able to do tangents less thing. You're heading to bed
Nice.
when the sirens begin to wail, heralding the beginning of the yearly xenofauna attack. Outside your window, you see soldiers beginning to form up. This year, Nim is heading up her own squad. You see her red hair bobbing along with the others as she rushes to defend the walls. Well, yeah, we're gonna go. We do it every year.
Yeah, gotta defend the colony.
Nim looks at you surprised, but nods when she sees you ready to fight. Someone hands you a plasma rifle, and you join her squad on the walls. Why is she surprised? I literally do this every year. Heroic. I check that every time. You stand shoulder to shoulder with Nim and watch the Xeno mass on the far side of the fire break. Look at them all, she says darkly. They keep coming, more and more every year. What are they even waiting for? Why don't they just attack already? She shoots a look at the rest of her squad, all of them Helios, most young adults like you, and lowers her voice. I just want to get it over with, you know? She confides in you. These Helios learned to march before they could walk. I want to prove that I can handle myself as well as they can. She runs her fingers down the barrel of her plas rifle where she stenciled the name Kombucha. A lowing from the forest draws your attention back to the enemy line, the walls of animals approaching in eerie unison, their footsteps drumming a rumbling tattoo across the ground. Nim clutches her rifle tightly. Okay, here goes. The animals approach the wall at a steady pace, but stop short of the walls. Instead, they mill around outside the colony, near the garrison. In the eerie silence, you hear a sudden crackle of plas rifle fire and a flying creature falls to the ground. You hear Security Chief Rhett from his post on the walls telling his squad to hold their fire. His voice rings through the still, expectant air. The Xenos are just standing there. Then, an explosion rocks through the colony, the shockwave hitting you like a physical blow. And then the heat right after. Like walking into a wall of fire, you're pelted with debris raining down from the sky. A column of smoke billows from a burning section of the wall near the garrison. From the thick belt of shock that ripples through the colony, you can't imagine it was on purpose. Nem recovers first, letting out a strangled war cry. Those assholes, she shells. They knew her weak point. How? She gestures to the flood of Xenos pouring through the gaping hole in the wall. There, she orders. Protect the gates. Shoot them from the walls. What's that in the sky? Oh god, that's not good.
Jesus
Ah!
Christ.
Yay, it sucks! +1 to colony defense. You duck as something huge whooshes over your head, buzzing at the top of the walls. Nim's hollow-born soldiers all train their rifles on it, but she yells at them to stand down. It sucks, she cries. Get behind it. It'll block the Xenos from coming in. Hope Socks is okay.
Hopefully so.
The giant
Socks is good.
Socks is very good. The giant dilly pillar lands in the square, her sinuous body looping around and forcing the Xenos to enter in smaller waves. Cal is riding on her back, and she shoots you a little smile before guiding her closer to the breach. And he shoots you a little smile. I was like, the Xeno smiled at me? No, it's Cal. Socks is smiling. No. Still cute, but you know. I have so many other cards here now. I don't have just reds. Once per battle, find a slightly better hand. Okay, well, it's the first round. We'll be fine. Technically, I could probably just do this.
Yeah, like, you'll be fine.
I don't have anything to make a straight, but I could get rid of some of these blues. In lieu of some more reds. We'll take the extra stress. No gem cards right now. That's fine. What do I have? Let's do the cards. Okay. I believe. Let's see. That would turn into a 5. Trying to think. How many of these do I have? I have 1. That's not great. I could redraw the hand. It's just I have so many blue and yellow cards now. The likelihood of me getting a hand of reds is kind of lower now.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and pop this one in. This is a swap. But that will happen. That will definitely happen. No, 44 was the highest it could go.
Victory.
Which means if I just drop that, I get the kudos. There we go. I got the 10 kudos. Just in a different
Nice.
challenge. The Xenos pour through the smoking hole in the wall, wave after wave of creatures of all sizes. This-sized insects, all the way up to the megafauna like bush bubs and muckwalkers, great lumbering beasts, the likes of which you've never seen. Thank you for the hydrate. I needed it. The largest ones soak up the gunfire and smash through the defenders on the ground, while the smaller, faster creatures make for the ship and the geoponics dome. Cal and Sox do what they can, but are soon forced to retreat by the swarm of Xenos. As your squad is getting in the rhythm of defense, Governor Lum storms up the steps. You can see the whites all around his furious eyes as he grabs both you and Nim by your shirt fronts, almost hauling you off your feet. Which one of you did it? He growls. Which one of you set the bomb? Oh no. It wasn't us, Nim exclaims, clutching Lum's forearm. Lum releases you with a snarl. It had to be an inside job, someone with access to the garrison. One of you Exocolonists, he spits. You're all traitors to humanity. He looks burned, possibly badly. Part of his uniform is still smoldering. You wonder if he and his squad were if he and his squad were near the explosion. If people are dead because of it. He rounds on Nim. Give me command of your squad, he orders. I'm taking them down to the courtyard to engage the enemy directly. I took a chance on you and M&A, but you can't be trusted, just like the rest of them. My squad?
Man,
Standard.
fuck you, Lum.
Yeah. She looks conflicted. Lum is the governor and outranks her as a soldier, but he's Lum. His plan is bound to be dangerous or even suicidal. The rest of the squad are Helio-born, yes, but they're also teenagers like you. Don't you need us up here supporting defenders from the walls? She chances to suggest. Yeah, we're more useful up here. I'll back her up. Num doesn't look convinced, but your support emboldens Nim. She stands up straighter and hardens her expression. I can't send my people into close combat, she says firmly. We're trained for ranged defense, not melee. The governor looks at your squad mates, but none of them make a move to follow him. He curls his lips in disgust and stalks away. Your squad stays on the wall, providing ranged support for the people fighting below. The air is thick with smoke and chaos, but when it clears, you can tell that against all odds, the defenders have regained the upper hand. The courtyard is littered with bodies, human and Xeno both. In the distance, you can see that the geoponics domes are shattered and part of command is on fire. The colony was staggered by the explosion, the attack from within. I thought we didn't have any more explosives. How would that come from within?
Yeah, like,
Because our lunatic governor used them for a big hurrah attack.
Yeah, so unless it's someone that either knew how to make a bomb out of certain materials, which would need someone very smart,
Mm-hmm.
like you or Tangent, but Tangent doesn't seem like the type to do that kind of thing. Honestly, I think it might have been Dis.
Dis is probably the biggest. He's probably the most likely candidate. But when it happened, I just kind of assumed it was like the humanoid who had done something.
It could have been, yeah.
But then again, I guess Lum doesn't know about the humanoid. But it could have been Dis, I guess. I don't know. With as much as he dislikes the colony itself, I can't imagine him putting everyone at risk, I guess? Like, he may not like everyone, but I don't see him going out of his way to kill everyone, if that makes sense. But it was near Lum's squad, apparently. I guess we'll find out. In the quiet of the battle, the colony comes out of hiding to gather in the courtyard, surveying the damage. Governor Lum is on the warpath. I'll find who did it, and I'll have their goddamn head, he yells. I want every single strato lined up and questioned. I so hope it's someone from the freaking Helio, just so it'll shut him up. It could be some
someone
random.
doing a coup d'etat.
It's not gonna be anyone who's like nameless or anything like that. And it's not gonna be Vase.
It was Vase.
It's definitely not gonna be Vase.
No, what if Vase wants power, though?
That'd be funny, actually. I want every single strato lined up and questioned. Those were our explosives. You don't have any! What do you mean? I want to know who set that goddamn bomb. What do you mean? We didn't have explosives! You and everyone from the strata are hauled aside and questioned on your whereabouts prior to the attack. Everyone, that is, except Dis. He's nowhere to be found, dead or alive. Yeah. Ah!
Dis, did you go and get kidnapped by aliens?
I mean, that's highly possible. I don't want to think Dis actually did it, but I guess we'll find out. Tangent is about to duck back into engineering when you approach. She winces and shields her eyes from the sun. She looks at you miserably, and you notice that her right eye is glowing faintly. It's my new hollow eye implant, Tang says. Its ghostly glow snaps in and out of existence as she blinks. I seem to be experiencing some unpleasant side effects from it, similar to that of an ocular migraine, Tang confesses. Instincts warn me that this level of visual information can be difficult for the human brain to comprehend at first. You agree to follow her into engineering and get out of the sun. It's similar to a holopalm, she explains, still holding her forehead and squinting. But with an infinitely large screen because it projects directly into the oculus. It used to belong to Dr. Instance, but she passed it down to me to help with my work. That's kind of wild. Oh god, yeah, I can't imagine.
Oof.
I'm sure you'll get used to it soon. Yeah, you'll get used to it. You got this, girl. Thanks, sets your jaw and nods, determined. I know, it's only pain. It's more than an implant, Tang continues as you follow her to the medbay labs. Hull eyes are the very forefront of human augmentation. They represent our next steps towards ascending as a species. She touches the red scar where her holopalm used to be. No more clunky screens, no privacy concerns, she says quietly. Elegant, integrated design. It observes the motion of my hand and uses it to generate an AR interface for my entire field of vision. It's partly powered by my own metabolism through the magnets embedded in my skull. It's beautiful. Dang, are you gonna be a robot one day? She gonna be cyborg. Nobody else is here. You hear the gentle hum of experiments running in the corner. This kind of technology is so far beyond what we're capable of reproducing in the colony, Tang sighs, rubbing her temple under the implant. Once they're gone, they're gone. Maybe Earth will send us a shipment of new ones someday, but I expect they've developed something more advanced since we left Earth. I suppose it's more likely they've forgotten about us completely. A quiet hum in the library is shattered by an alarm. Tang jumps at the sudden noise and shuts her eyes tight. I have to get this, she mutters, gesturing in the air to silence the ringing. Oh, okay. The simulation I'm running is time sensitive, she explains. The specimens require minute charges to their environment every 2 hours. Minute changes. I can read. I promise, guys. Temperature, humidity, light levels, she grimaces. If we had better automation, this wouldn't be a problem. Need empathy 41 or greater, or need reasoning 41 or greater? I don't have the reasoning? No, I have the reasoning. I don't have the empathy. I could do it. That sucks. Sorry, I can't help. Let's help with the migraine. You're in medbay, after all. You rummage around for a bottle of triptans and a cold towel. Tangent grudgingly swallows the migraine medicine and lays down on a medbed with the towel over her eyes. You shake her head. This girl needs to take better care of herself as you apply pressure to her temples. She slowly breathes in and out. After a few minutes, the tension in her face eases. I feel less human. Thank you. She says with a small smile. She wobbles over to her experiment, where she uses the computer to set the environmental parameters for what seems to be some sort of fungal growth comparison. When she's finished, Tang slumps down. Tang slumps down to the floor in a corner where it's nice and dark. She folds her arms and lays her head on them. That should buy me 2 more hours. Tang shifts over. Tang shifts over, wordlessly inviting you to sit down beside her. Her arm is cool to the touch as it rests against yours. Tang turns to you. Thank you for your assistance. It always brings up these, and they're very suggestive.
They are, but I mean, you did say you wanted to
I guess that's
get
fair.
along.
Tang gives you a slight smile. Oh, wow, okay. Barely visible in the faint glow of her hollow eye. People always tell me I should take better care of myself, she says, and they're right, because when other people try to take care of me, they usually get it wrong. Only I know what I need. But you helped, Tang says. Thank you. Please don't tell Instance that my body is adjusting poorly to the hollow eye, she adds. It's only temporary. This stupid flesh prison is not allowed to draw the limits of my form. Oh, Tang. Oh, Tang. There's base. I'm just checking to see if anyone else has any dialogues before we call it for this year. I think we have one more age to go through because we should be 19 this year. And I don't know what will happen at the end of Glow. I know there's humanoids. We have not seen said humanoid much. I assume there's going to be some drama. Where is Dis, actually? Let's go find Dis. If he's even around. He might have bailed. He's not hanging out here. Is this one of those situations where we actually need to go out into the field to see if we can find him? Why are you grayed out? Dash. Disappeared after an explosion.
Interesting.
Very. Very interesting. You're 19 years old and can spot a Dord's moth from a click away. You're a keen learner, and thanks to the hyperactive neurons in your brain, the natural world reveals its secrets to you, and your keen eyes can follow things other people miss. Was it engineering that allowed us to... Which one was it? Yeah. Biology, the first stage of biology is insane. I'll give it that. Because all of these stats we've gotten just in this year. Because at the beginning of this year, we had... I think engineering was close to just... No, we needed like 1 point of engineering to actually get the first skill, right? Biology was maybe close
so.
to 66? No, biology was probably already at its second. Was it? I don't remember. Go me. I already forgot. All right, but I think that's all I've got. All I've got time for tonight. As delightful as this game is, I love it. It's so fun. I like all the characters, and we got to figure out what's happening with this. I know he's been like on a spiral for a while, but I still want him to be okay. If we'll even get to find him, we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out, and maybe maybe get rid of Lum in the process. I would like that. We've had Squishy the whole time. And Socks got to participate this time too, and I think they even turned out really good too. I'm surprised Cal doesn't have anything to say. He contributed! Probably if we hung out around the animals. Anyway, I've been reading a lot. My voice is giving out on me, and I will call it there. Let's see. Let's see if we can find someone else.
Yeah.